worry, do some macro splash photography, I thought. It'll be fun. Feet are wet, ankles are wet, my knees are wet. My glasses have water on them. I don't have a splash yet. You know, kids, I'm old enough to remember these little paper things called magazines and newspapers. And I remember I used to flip through those magazines and come across an ad for Coke or Pepsi or Clear Pepsi. Remember Clear Pepsi? My brain just had a fart and I thought of Clear Pepsi. Wow. Back in the day, kids, Pepsi did this thing where they took the coloring out of Pepsi. Forget it. Wow. But you'd come across an ad for a drink of some sort and there'd be these really cool splash, or fruit even. They would do fruit and the water would be splashing. What I need is a glass, some liquid to put in the glass, and something to drop in the glass. Something to put that glass on top of, a black background. But I'm not going to use a photo background. I'm just going to use a black bed sheet. That's what we're going to do today. Hang tight. Black bed sheet is up on the wall. Actually, it's up on the ceiling if you look. That's just the stairwell there. Coke glass. That's pretty smooth, eh? Didn't drop it. You didn't see the outtakes, but this time I didn't drop it. Coke glass. Bar stool. Coke glass goes on the bar stool. I'm going to make sure I've got some distance, though, from the glass to the backdrop. I want a little bit of distance. Using the inverse square law, I'm going to have the light trail off really nicely. So I need a little distance from the Coke glass to the background. In this case, it's about 2 feet, 3 feet, okay? So a little separation. You don't want the glass right beside it. This doesn't work as good. That way when our light is set up, it's gonna fall off nicely behind it. If you're too close to the backdrop, you're gonna see all the little wrinkles of your backdrop, in this case, the bed sheet. A couple of things you're gonna need, a flash unit, and the big thing is some sort of light modifier. We're gonna use a softbox. This is just a piece of cloth in front of the flash that's gonna diffuse the light nicely. This is a grid in front of the softbox, and it helps control the light so it doesn't spill off all over the place. I'm trying to control it just so it's in front of the glass. I'm all set up. I've got a garbage bag on top of the tabletop. I'm gonna move this out of the way a little bit here because I think it's a little too close for splashes. One thing I forgot to say is, make sure you got towels on hand. You're dealing with liquids, this is gonna get messy. Canon 5D, where are we at? F4, flashes at, I believe it's at 1/4 power, 1/8 power. When you use a flash, if you have it on full power, you get this whoosh of light. I don't want that. I want a quick pulse of light. I've set up the shot already without the flash on, and if I shut the flash off and take a picture, if I just take a picture without the flash on like this, the screen is black. That's what I want. All the ambient light that I have in here is not being affected because I'm on 2/50th of a second for a shutter speed. By turning the flash unit on and having it at a low power, it's just a quick little pop of light, and that's what I want. Freeze that action with a poof of light. Fast shutter speed and a fast pulse of light, that's all we need to do. It's gonna take a lot of practice to drop it in repeatedly. If you don't want to use ice cubes, grab a strawberry, grab some grapes, grab some orange slices. My composition is the top part of the glass, the top 2/3 part of the glass. I want to get as much of that splash. I don't know how high the splash is going to be in the frame, so I just want to make sure I get it all. The setup is really simple. The glass is almost overflowing. I want the glass that full because when the ice cube hits it, I want that splash to be erupting all out, not just trapped inside the boundaries of the glass. 2 pocket wizards. I've got 1 pocket wizard on my camera, 1 pocket wizard on my flash. That's just so they talk together, so they go off together without having a cable at all. Your ice cube hanging over the glass, let it go. When it makes the splash, pop the shot. It's gonna take a while, don't get discouraged, but eventually you'll get it. Stealth mode. Like I said, it's going to take a lot of practice. Now, the higher you drop from, technically the bigger the splash you're going to get. So let's try a high one here. It's going to be tricky. I missed. You could put this in a big plastic Rubbermaid basin, those clear ones if you wanted to, or shoot through a fish tank if you wanted to contain the mess. Doesn't matter, we're just having fun. If the ice cubes are melting too fast and you don't want to deal with all that hassle, just cut up some fruit. Use a fresh strawberry. In this case, it's an orange. Let's see what we get. My mom would be so mad at me right now. My socks are soaked. Next, what we're gonna do is add another flash unit. We're gonna place it behind the glass on the ground, and it's gonna light up the black backdrop. I know what you're thinking, I thought you wanted it black, but I'm gonna add this blue gel to the flash unit, and that's gonna shoot blue light onto the black background. One last thing, because we're dealing with water, that flash unit is not waterproof. So I'm gonna protect it with this shopping bag. I'm gonna put it in front of the flash unit just to protect it from the splashes. Right now it's set to half power. That's just because that's what it turned on to. We'll do a test shot to see where we're at, and we'll go from there. That's not too bad, but I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. A little too warm. I can see a little bit of the wrinkles. Even though I'm at f4 here on my lens, because that's as low as this 24 to 104 will go, I still want a more creamier background, but we're gonna dim it down a bit here. So instead of being at one half power, let's go to 1/4 power. It's also set for a 24mm spread. It's set wide open. You can set a flash to be very narrow and very wide. I've got it set for very wide right now. I want a really big splash of light there. So this is 1/4 power. Let's do a test shot. I actually like that a lot. Back to the orange slice. Let's play some more. Missed it completely. Got to refill. Figure on 1 in every 10 to 500 you'll get. Still going. I'm getting a lot of pictures of magically Jedi floating fruit in the air. No splashing. My feet are wet. My knees are wet. I want to eat this orange so bad, and I'm not getting any splashes. All I want is one picture of an orange and a splash. Told you it gets frustrating. I might have got that one. Way too soon. I'm kind of feeling like I'm living that Whitesnake song. Here I go again on my own. Remember when I said bring lots of towels? Bring lots of towels. Lots and lots of towels. And maybe rubber boots. I think I got it! I don't want to look because I don't want to jinx myself, but I think I just got it. There are easier, more expensive ways to do this, using audio triggers and flash triggers and all this stuff, but we're not doing that. Okay, it's going to be frustrating, as you can tell, but stick with it. You'll get it. It's a fun way to spend an afternoon. In the meantime, and in between time, I hear water running off the desk. Oh, my carpet's soaked. The best thing about this project? Well, that'll pass a day in quarantine, won't it? In the meantime, and in between time, I'll catch you next time.
Don't forget to change your composition. Tilt the camera, zoom in a little bit, zoom out a little bit. Change how you edit your pictures, you'll get drastically different results. Boom! A change of color from blue to purple, and magic happens. As always, hit the subscribe button, rock the like button, ring that notification bell. We'll catch you next time.
Do some macro splash photography, I thought. It'll be fun. I feel like a duck.